Good afternoon, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Alpha04 here. I am going to do a review on episode 6 of Nanana's Buried Treasure. Now, before I get into this review, last week's episode, of course, was pretty hectic for Jugo right there, and honestly, pretty funny right here and there, and Tensa has a ways of being a freaking master disguise, turning her hair black and like some regular student. I go like, how she do all that and so forth. It's pretty funny and it's crazy at a certain point, but yeah. But when I looked at this episode, it was okay. It was alright. It had its funny moments and flaws, but there are some things I will be critical about. I'll mention that at the end. That's all. Well. It's not too much thing, but still. So, if anything else, let's get this review started. Okay, at the beginning of the episode, we have this thing about Jugo saying oh, I managed to scum off enough money for the utility bill, along with I managed to get some pudding for Nanana, and later we end up going to the hotel or inn that the president of the club have arranged for the adventure club, along with Tensai, the maid, and Jugo. And then we end up seeing the other guy that did a surprise attack on Jugo, Tagatora or something. All I know is I forgot his name, but Tagatora probably, but I don't know. It's really hard to get it into my head right now, but yeah. Later, he says, sorry for the surprise attack, but Jugo says, hey, it's not that bad due to the damage that the president did. Okay, let's forget about that and let's get inside the inn, Maybe the president goes I don't want to talk about the thing, of what I did, I feel yeah. Later, they end up going to their rooms, in the end, and have a talk. And Yuki and friend of theirs there was actually there at the springs, and when they got to the rooms, it's this is really funny and hilarious at a certain point. The Tensai, Ishin, or the president's well-known or girlfriend was about to go there, along with Tensai's assistant, which is a maid, and she goes I'm sorry, but I'm a boy. I just look at the boy, and I go I'm sorry, I can't really tell if you are a boy, if you are a boy or not. It's difficult enough for me. I'll be honest with you. I'm deadly serious about that. And later, as the episode progresses, they end up starting to eat, and right here, Tensai's maid, which is the boy. Probably the cross-dresser feeds her boss or her master. Later on, the Taratego or something ends up saying, "Oh, you like to taste the spit and saliva? Why don't you do it?" But what's more hilarious? A crab leg hit his head on the side of his head or something. I think it got stuck there, and I go this guy has some strong endurance right here. And right now, the president of the adventure club's girlfriend tries to feed him, but it didn't work, and she takes out another crab leg and tries to throw it at Taratoga, but it didn't work. And later, Jugo has to send a package to Nanana, which I think it was pudding, I believe. Yeah, it is pudding. And later, they end up meeting in front of the house at 10 a.m. But however, Tensai, the maid, and Jugo were left behind, which is really pitiful, But before all that happens, yeah, Yuki still hates Jugo or something, I believe. It's I don't want to see you or anything, and so forth. So Jugo, Tensai, and the maid ends up going to the place where the president, Taratoga, and his girlfriend whatsoever right there, and right now, they all seem hecka wet, tired, and hot right now, steam coming out of their bodies, and they end up seeing the ruins right here, and it's nothing more than a hot spring, jumping on brick to brick, or something. I don't know how to say it, pillar to pillar, I believe. Pretty crazy stuff and funny at certain points, and Well, Tensai pushed her assistant, go like, here you go, you go first, and gets all hot, warmed up by the hot spring, pretty hilarious, and so, and we end up seeing that Isha, the president's girlfriend whatsoever, tried to do the same thing, but she did it on purpose, but doesn't get enough care. Pretty damn funny. And right now, like, we go to the part where they manage to get through the ruins, but Saratoga, like, at the end ends up going left, and he ends up being flown up in the air. Though we don't really know where the hell he went, and he just appeared back into his like speedos, and managed to get the treasure. It was a doll cat. I was like, what the hell? No, really, that was like my first reaction when I saw the treasure. I'm like, what the hell? What is that? A cat, a doll cat, like a doll cat. Then they end up going to the springs again due to Tensai and the cross-dresser being all wet and tired, and the president's girlfriend ends up trying to peek through the hot springs or something, and Tensai says, hey, peeking is a crime, right? She goes, hey, I'm only trying to look at the one I love, alright? She says, acceptable. Except, like, Jugo accidentally got in the way, and I go, oh, wow, you just pissed her off. And when he got out of the way, later on, ends up seeing that her so-called lover left. He said, Jugo, come here. Bah! Eye poke. I'm like, oh my gosh, you should not have listened to her, damn it. It's ridiculous. You could have said, like, something else, going, I'm getting out too, And the cat went missing, and later they end up trying to figure out who's the thief, and the master detective deduces that there was this girl, starts her name with an M, though I don't remember her name right now, and right now it's like, it's the thousand of a thousand faces whatsoever, and he goes like, sorry, but I'm gonna have to get going now, and then disappears, and they end up meeting back with Nanana-chan in the end, but not before Tensai and Jugo have this kind of like funny talk about something, about like, oh, that's my rival for you. I go like, oh boy, this is gonna be like crazy stuff again. And they speak to Nanana. She says, I'm sorry, but this is not the treasure this is not the treasure, And they go like, excuse me? And she goes like, I don't recognize this doll at all. And they go like, but it was in the chest though. It was like right in the chest. And later they find out that they go, Tensai thinks like or anybody else like knew that the treasure was there and replaced it with something else. And I go like, well, here's one thing. You spent all your money for no reason. That's one. Two, you worked hard, went through the hot springs for no reason either. Three, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's the third thing. Like, you spent your money for no reason. You went through the ruins for no reason, and someone beaten there before you. But who was this person that actually got to the treasure before anyone else did? That's the one question I was wondering. But that could wait in the end. That it doesn't really matter as much. And Jugo ends up being alone, and the electricity is going haywire. And I think I saw some purple aura, and then like Jugo's like, oh man, I am so in trouble, And yeah. There's only one critical thing I got to say about maybe the one with the hot springs and so forth, but I don't blame that, and that's about all I can be critical about, nothing more. Everything else was really funny and interesting, but having to be fooled, wasting your money, and someone beating you there, putting a fake treasure there, it sucks, I'm pretty sure, like, everybody might have been through a situation where they spent it for no reason, did their best to get there, and get through this kind of like puzzle or ruin or anything that we could refer to that's similar, and yeah, lost it, and that's the end of it, and yeah, I thought episode 6 was alright, was pretty good, 4 out of 5 I'll give it. Yeah, there are some things I enjoyed and looked at most times, but this episode was like pretty interesting. Hot springs and ruins, though, it wasn't much of a challenge for them because it looks like they could do a bunch of retries without facing instant death. But yeah, So I hope you all enjoyed this review as much as you enjoyed the episode. I had this early on today because like I got home from school early and so forth, and I thought I might do it like early as possible because today I have like other things to take care of, such as some kind of training I have to handle, you know. And yeah, hope you all enjoyed this review and enjoyed the episode as much as possible. I am Alpha Zero Forum. I'm cutting out, people. Peace.